Have you been moved to doing nothing? Have you been moved to doing nothing? What's up, family? It's 6:30 Thursday. Time to get a little shopper. What's happening with you? Hope you're doing well and having a good week. As you can see, no split screen this week. No split screen. I don't have to hit the buttons to add nobody in. She is right here with me. I can touch her, feel her, smell her, all of that right here. And so, yes, this is a good one this week. So, what's happening? We're here to do it again, baby. You got anything?
Hello, everyone.
So, hopefully you can hear us and everything. And but look, I'm just excited. It's Thursday, so I'm always excited because it's Thursday, and I'm even more excited because she's physically here with me. So, we're gonna go ahead and do what we got to do. There's a lot we want to talk about, want to say, want to share. We just gonna hit it. Hold on one second. Let me right there. All righty. Try. There we go. Now we back. We back. We good. We good. We good. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Well, let's do what we always do. Okay. Here we go. We count of three. Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. All right. So, last week, making a little slight adjustment here. Hey, Mama Jane. I hope you're doing well. And matter of fact, I'm glad you popped on here, Mama Jane, because before I get into it, because I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get into it this week. I'm sorry. You might have to reel me in. I'm going to get into it. But, Mama Jane, you got a t-shirt coming because you were the one that came up with the 2 scriptures last week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, last week we were celebrating 5 years we've been doing this. God has blessed us to do this for 5 years. And yes, I'm still excited. I think I'm more excited than I was when I first got started. But Thursdays is a special day, a special time. And I'm so thankful to God that He has entrusted me and my wife to, continue to do this. And so I'm just humbly thankful. But yes, Mama Jane, you got it. Yay! So Mama Jane, I'll follow up with you. I know we kind of already talked, but I'm gonna follow up with you and get the t-shirt to you. But if anybody was wondering what she wants, why she wanted the t-shirt, it's because she gets the 2 scriptures that this Thursday night is based off of. And one of those scriptures is Proverbs 27:17, where it says, write the vision, make it plain, so those that read it can run with it. And the other scripture is Habakkuk 2:2, where it just says simply, iron sharpens iron. Oh, I got that backwards. I got the scriptures backwards. Proverbs, no, I didn't. I got it right. Habakkuk 2:2. That's a darn shame. Anyway.
Let me do a fact.
Yeah, do a fact check because I got myself all confused. But I know those 2 scriptures is Proverbs 27:17 and Habakkuk 2:2. I think I did get it backwards though, because Proverbs is iron sharpens iron. Mm-hmm. So does a brother sharpen another brother, and then that's Proverbs 20, yes. And then Habakkuk 2:2 is write the vision, make it plain, so those that read it can run with it. Okay, so now we're gonna run with chapter 42. Okay, in Genesis. Oh man, that was a moment there. But anyway. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to laugh. It's all good. It ain't that serious. But anyway, I want to jump into 42. I finished last week talking about Joseph, and with Joseph, and all the struggles he had to go through, but then he ended up being the second in command, right? So we was talking about that on last week, and I think that's still important. Last week I was telling you about, stay right there and learn all you can. Keep pushing, keep asking the questions, keep investigating, keep learning, keep digging, just stay where you're at, but keep getting all you can get out of it, because when it's time for you to move, or it's time for God to put you where you're supposed to be, you got to be ready. And so where you're at right now is for you to be ready, okay? So Now, we're going to get to chapter 42 right now, go to verse 1. But I had to talk about that first because that's one group of people. Okay? That message last week was for some folk that's doing something. Okay? That's looking to do something, that's looking to be elevated, looking to grow, looking to what's next, right? Now, chapter 42, verse 1. This for a whole totally different group of people now. Okay, so the ones I was talking to last week, I ain't talking to you right now. Okay, I'm talking to a totally different group of folk right now. And I'm talking to the folk, the group of folk that ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. We're going to call it out. We're going to tell the truth, shame the devil. You ain't doing nothing. And you wonder why nothing happening. You wonder why you're starving. You wonder why you can't get ahead. You ain't doing nothing. And just because you getting up, go to work, come home, go to sleep, get up, go to work, come home, go to sleep, get up, go to work, go to church, come back home, go to sleep, get up, go to work, come on. You get what I'm getting at? You're doing the same thing over and over again, but you're expecting something different. So what you doing? Nothing. So, chapter 42, verse 1. This one right here, I've been trying to get past it, but I wasn't able to really get past it because this right here speaks to a whole totally different group of people. And we got to talk about that. We got to deal with that. Because chapter 42, verse 1, it says this. Now, when Jacob, Israel, that's his other name. Remember, Jacob is also his name Israel, okay? So you hear Israel or you hear Jacob, talking about the same person in Genesis. So now, when Jacob, Israel, learned that there was grain in Egypt, he said to his sons, "Why are you staring at one another in bewilderment and not taking action?" Now I'm reading out of the Amplified version, so your version might not say that, but I wanted to read out the Amplified version because I think it really drives it home. Here you got a group of brothers. Now, let me give you another little backdrop, because remember, Joseph had given Pharaoh the dream that the drought was coming. It's going to get bad, okay? It's going to get bad. And guess what? It done got bad, okay? It has gotten bad. And so people are beginning to really be, they're stressing, like, what are they going to do, you know? And because Joseph gave Pharaoh the dream and told him, what was about to happen, where it's happening, and Joseph is the one that's in charge of the land. He's second in command, remember? And so now Joseph is the one that's divvying out the grain and whatever they have to make sure that the people are taken care of during this whole drought period. So that's what's going on, right? So then Jacob hears that there's some grain over here in Egypt. And all the brothers sitting around looking at it like, what we going to do? Now, I'm going to go here. Okay, and I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry. I'm going to go here. Because we can go to some of our local watering holes. Or we can go to some of the malls in the hood. Or we can go to some of them little hole-in-the-wall spots on the side of the road. And you see a whole lot of smoking and drinking, right? Now, I'm not trying to point fingers at anybody. But a lot of times when you see that, there's a whole lot of talking going on, but there's no action. There's no sitting around talking about what we're going to do and how we're going to do it and when we're going to do it and where we're going to do it at. It's just talking about what's happening, what's going on, but there's no action plan. There's no, man, let's go learn this, or let's go put our resources together so we can build this, or or let's figure out how we're going to overcome this without doing something dirty and calling it clean. And so what I'm seeing right here with these brothers is that they are guys that they got wives, they got families, but they sitting around looking at each other without a plan, without any action. Yet you can see all the destitution going on. Like, it's getting bad. And it's getting worse. And they just sitting around. So, come on, baby. Come on. I'm sorry. I'm
that's
sorry.
Okay.
Y'all know me. I get excited. Go ahead.
No, it just reminds me of when the kids were growing up, and when they would ask, when they would make a comment about something that was going on or that they wanted to do. I would always say, all right, go, prepare your business plan, bring it back to me.
Yeah. There you go.
And then, with all the research and the facts, and then once they did that, then of course I supported them in that, but I always did that to them. I'm like, okay, go present your case to me.
Yeah. And so these guys are just sitting around, and Jacob comes in and like, why y'all looking at each other like astonished? Like, it is what it is. But there's grain over in Egypt. Get up and go. Simply just get up and go. Why are you just sitting here looking at each other? That ain't making nothing happen. It's simply sitting here stuck, doing nothing. And doing nothing is not going to get you something. Don't work like that. Okay? So, I got to go back here again too, because I got to thinking about a song back in the day. Back in 1976, there was a band that made a very popular song. Very popular song. I'm gonna tell you the name of the band. See if you can remember the song.
Go ahead, go for it.
The Steve Miller Band. Steve Miller Band back in 1976 made a song. You don't know what it is?
No.
I'm going to just give you the verse that I really want you to hear. Then you'll know what the name of the song is.
All right.
They simply said this right here at the very beginning of the song. Time keep on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Remember that?
Yeah.
What's the name of that song? Oh!
Time.
Oh, no. See, all y'all thought that was the name of the song. I'm going to tell you the name of the song at the end. But anyway, I'm gonna make you sit on the edge for a second. But anyway, Rick, I know you know the song. But anyway, hey, look, that song popped up in my head because I'm thinking about verse 1 and these brothers. Here they are in the middle of a bad famine. I mean, it is getting bad. Like, it's destitution all over the place, right? People are stressing. People are worried, trying to figure out where their next meal is going to come, trying to make sure they able to do all they can to not die. And these brothers are sitting around looking at each other. Now, we talking about these same brothers that were smart enough to figure out how to get rid of Joseph. Okay? And then they was able to think through of what not to do and what to do and when to do it and who to do it with to get rid of Joseph, because they had a problem with him being favored by his father, and they had a problem with him telling them the dreams that was going to make them have to bow down to him. They ain't like that. So they found a way to get rid of him. They were smart enough to figure out that, but they're not smart enough to figure out how to take care of their families when you got a famine going on. They sitting around looking at each other. So, here we go. So, I want you to get out of that is that you can't be just sitting around hoping and wishing something happens and you're not doing anything. You got to get up. You got to go fill out the application, even though you might, in your mind, you might not be qualified. Okay? You got to go and ask the questions. You got to get up out the house. You got to get up off the couch. You want to lose weight. You want to be in shape. You can think about it all you want, but until you start doing, guess what? It's not going to happen. Okay? You want better for your family. You want better for yourself. And you want to have opportunities. You got to get up and do to present yourself and create those opportunities. It don't just happen from you sitting idle and looking at each other and talking about what you want and what you think you deserve. You deserve it, but you're going to deserve it once you work for it. So again, this week I'm talking to a whole totally different group of people than I was last week. So if this one is calling you out, good. Sorry, but not sorry. Because we've been sitting around idle, talking, but we ain't been doing. And you wonder why you can't get ahead. You wonder why nothing's happening for you. You're wondering why. Joseph was doing. He got put in a situation that was out of his control. I'm not talking about that group of people, because at least he was doing, but his doing set him up for greatness. You can't be great and set yourself up for greatness sitting around idle. It just don't work. The scripture that I've said so many times on here, faith without works is dead. I know I use that a lot, but I'm using it again because that's exactly what I'm talking about. I can believe all that I want. I know God can do any and everything. I know he is more than capable to make lemonade out of bad lemons. He can make the best lemonade out of bad lemons, right? But there is still a requirement of Ron to have to do something in order for that to happen. I can't just sit around and be lazy and slothful and thinking that God is going to move on my behalf when I'm not doing anything. And so I'm pleading with you, do something. Don't just sit around hoping and wishing and praying. And I'm not telling you not to pray. God knows you need to pray. Hold on to your hope. Hold on to your belief. But you got to do something. You got to go out and apply something. You got to go out and learn something. Get some education about something. Ask questions about how to spend your money, or how to budget your money, or how to make money, or anything that you need. How do I get my body in shape? Have somebody to hold you accountable to help you get there. The bottom line is we got to get up and do. We can't sit around idle no more. That's not going to get it done. Come on, babe. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
All right, I'll reel it in. I'm sorry. I'll tone it down.
I'm sorry. I'm feeling this one because I just want us to not. God, it's opportunities out here. And we're selling ourselves short simply because of laziness. And I got to just call it what it is. We got to get up and move. We got to get up and do. Stop worrying about what somebody think, what they going to say, how they feel. That is not going to make a difference in your life. Come on, baby. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, getting back to the story, Jacob confronted his sons and said, "Why are you just sitting around?
Yeah.
Don't you know that we're going to starve to death?"
Yes, that was in verse 2.
So,
Yes.
He kind of pushed them
Yes.
to move towards taking a stand. And so I think that's what Ron.
I'm your Jacob today. I'm your Israel. You get up. Let's go. Come on.
So that's what Ron is trying to do, is push you to move towards not just your goals that you established a couple of years ago, but just move to make a better life for yourself.
Yes.
And even if it's not achieving like great success, even if it's like in the phase that I'm in, desire of retiring soon. So I got to prepare. I got to think. I got to, conduct my life in a way that for me to reach that goal, soon.
Yeah.
And so that's what Jacob did to his sons.
Yes.
Look, put one foot in front of the other, and let's go find some food, so that we will not starve to death.
You got to do that. Your dreams, your goals, are they going to starve to death, or are you going to feed them? And the way you feed them is by simply doing. It's simply getting up and doing. And it doesn't say how much you got to do today. Just a little bit is going to get you closer. And you start to build up momentum. As my man at school who holds me accountable for working out, he said he called it stacking days. We stacking days. So no, we're not gonna get to the goal on day one, but every day I'm getting closer to where I want to be. And sometimes we need someone that's going to hold us accountable. Sometimes we need someone that's going to check in and say, hey, how is it coming? What you doing? How, what have you done? You need that. And sometimes it's going to simply come down to you deciding, do you want better for you? Do you love yourself enough to do what's best for you? Like I told him today, don't cheat yourself. You said you love yourself. Don't cheat yourself. If you love yourself, do what's best for you. I'm not saying forsake all others. I'm not saying that. Because if you got children, wife, and a spouse or whatever, but there's still opportunity for you to do what you have been called and what you feel led to do. Come on, man.
So anyway, so Joseph's brothers did move forward, and they did begin their journey down into Egypt to purchase food for their household.
And we're going to get there.
Oh.
We're going to get there.
I'm sorry. He's still on verse 1.
We get there. We're going to know.
I didn't mean to push you forward.
Yes, you did. That's my wife.
All right, we'll go back to verse 1. Go back.
No, but I am going in with that, and we're gonna dive deep into 42. There's so much in 42. That's a big chapter, another big chapter. But we're gonna talk about 42 because I actually had some more. But I just really want to drive this point home because I can tell you, God has been dealing with me about this verse for the last 2 weeks. And I just had to get it out and share with you. And I'm hoping that something that is said today will spark movement in you. You got to have the best for you, but it's going to be done by you. You can't look at somebody else to do it for you. You got to do it. It starts with you. You're going to have help along the way. God is going to give you who you need, when you need, and where you need it, and how much you need. He's got all of that in control. But you've heard the saying, if you take one step, he'll make two, right? This is another example of it. You got to take the first step. You got to step out there and say, God, I'm going to trust you on this. I ain't exactly sure where I'm going. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I got to trust you. So I'm going to go ahead and make this move. And when you do that, you'll be surprised what begins to happen. You'll be surprised how things begin to line up in your life. And the shock and awe will be just so surprising, but it's going to be so exciting. Because you are stepping out on faith, believing that he has everything in control, and he's directing your path. And when you do that, things have a tendency to line up. Even the ones that you thought was not in favor of you doing. Even ones that want to hate on you, the ones that want to talk about you, they're going to question everything you do and everything you say. Yes, you're going to have some of that. But you have to stay focused on what you are supposed to be doing with your life. It's your life, not theirs. You got to take the step. Trust him. And I tell you every week, he got you. Because if you delight yourself in him, he has no choice but to make sure you're taken care of, because that's his word. Delight yourself. I forget to write that scripture. Delight yourself in him. Anyway, I don't. And he would give you the desires of your heart. You just say, this is the doctor right here. But I just want to encourage you. Hopefully I'm pushing you. I'm pushing you to take the step. Go out here, give yourself opportunities, for success. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and bow out. And we're going to see you next week at 6:30. I know there was more. I know my wife had a ton of stuff she wanted to say. But Lord willing, we're going to get into it next week. But this verse 1, I just felt it on my heart. This is one of the purposes of why this even came about. Doing this every week at 6:30 was to encourage you, to push you, to say something to you, to spark you doing what it is that you really want to do, desire to do. And I really want you to go after it. That's my prayer, is that you take that step. Trust him. Wholeheartedly trust him. He would not leave you. He would not forsake you. Trust him.
Yeah, he will protect you. Put hedge of protection around you.
Yes.
Because you are seeking him first.
Yes.
So he's gonna add these things to you.
Yes.
Like protection.
Yes. Yes. That boldness that you're gonna need. He's gonna add that to you as well. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. Come on. So, all right. With that being said, I know I said this. I done gave you like 2 closings. We're gonna go ahead and close it out now. I appreciate you, love you, and as I always tell you, pray, plan, prepare, proceed. Go make it do what it do. We're gonna see you next week at 6:30. Lord willing, the creek don't rise, and let the country out. We love you. Thank you.